Worst fire disaster in the country's history.
Cgaumbay
Glaciers like these
Glacier is one of the largest in Mindanao, bearing the brunt of tropical
44 straight days of rain and power.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
climate change.
Climate change. It's real. As the years pass by, we have experienced an increased number of calamities. All of them were nature's fatal warnings. This year, we experience a taste of our own medicine. As we are locked into our own homes, fearing for our lives, the earth is slowly starting to heal itself. A reminder that nature doesn't need us, but we need nature. But first, let us discuss the topic in question. What is climate change? How does it affect us? And what can we do to stop it? The video SDG 13 Climate Action discusses all of these.
Climate change affects all continents. We cannot stand back and watch its devastating consequences on the future. Today, climate change affects economy and people, communities and nations. Day by day, we witness how the ocean level rises and how climatic events become more extreme. Our industrial activities are currently producing the highest levels of gas emissions in history, resulting in an increase of 3 degrees Celsius in the Earth temperature this century. And you know the worst part? That this will affect our children directly, and the poor will experience the worst consequences. But the good news is we have solutions within reach. In addition to using renewable energies and urging the international community to adapt to an economy low on carbon, now is your chance to act. We want to improve education and awareness towards climate change, and include mitigation policies and political strategies. We want to adopt urgent measures to fight climate change and its effects. Starting today, we're ending this.
Plastic bags make our lives easier because we can sort the things that we buy from the store by their classification. Plastic bottled waters are so convenient because we can throw them right away after we use them. Reading books and collecting them is a good hobby.
Too much things is equivalent to too much waste. With zero waste management, it encouraged us to use eco bags instead of plastic bags or pieces of cellophane to help lessen the garbage in our environment, and eco bags are more stronger and more durable. Use tumblers instead of plastic bottles to help avoid the chemicals that we produce by using plastic bottles that can harm the water that we drink and the creatures who live underwater. It is better to read novels, magazines, and the news through our gadgets to also help lessen paper waste in our surroundings.
I'm done.
It may not be obvious, but there is a direct connection between your energy use and the environment. When you consume less power, you reduce the amount of toxic fumes released by power plants, conserve the Earth's natural resources, and protect ecosystems from destruction. By taking steps to reduce your energy intake, you'll contribute to a healthier and happier world. Ways to conserve energy are turn off unnecessary lights, use natural lighting, and unplug unused electronics. Water conservation helps prevent water pollution in nearby lakes, rivers, and local watersheds. The smaller the amount of water flowing through systems, the lower the likelihood of pollution. There are many ways to help reduce the amount of water we use at home. An example is take shorter showers, check faucets and pipes for leaks, and basically just consume what you need. To avoid food wastage, we should just cook enough, eat, and buy only what we can consume to avoid food wastage and food spoilage. That is why we have to keep in mind to only consume what we can in terms of food, water, and energy.
Do you know the impacts of your actions? If you don't, well, let me tell you. Even something as small as wasting paper has a great deal of damage in our environment. You see, each paper you crumple in your hands and throw in the garbage can add to the 85 million tons of paper waste all of us create in 1 year. That basically means we wasted more than 250 million trees. Just like that. But wait! We can still do something. There's this thing called paper recycling. It is basically all paper products turned into new and reusable. All of us practice this. We could save the trees that are cut down to be made into paper. At the same time, we could plant trees and restore what was lost. We could not only inform the people about the importance of tree planting, but we must also lead by example. The world would be so much different if only we act now. It is still not too late.
Using motorcycle is very convenient for me because I can easily reach my destination. It gives me joy because of the open air and the relaxation I feel. Traffic means nothing for a motorcycle rider. When stuck in a traffic jam during rush hour, motorcycles can conveniently weave in between stationary cars to get to their destination faster. Part of what riders love about motorcycles is the sense of freedom they get when they're on the road.
Pollution is one of the major causes of climate change. And don't you know that motorcycles contribute 10 times more than cars? And imagine how many people are using motorcycles. Too much, right? So instead of using motorcycles, why not look for an alternative like riding a bicycle or just walk if your destination is near? It helps not just to lessen the pollution, but also to exercise your body. Remember, the fresher the air, the healthier we become.
This is my daily routine. We use one trash can to store all of our trashes. Yes, puno na. Makasunog na sad ko.
Tsada jud kay magsunog-sunog bay. Naalay problema.
Asuha kay uy, di man din maayos tong health og makadaot sa air pollution. Pero di ba kung kani akong buhaton, mas madali akong kinabuhi og di na ako magkapoy-kapoy atog dalan para kuan sa mga garbage collector.
Don't you know that there is a law against burning of solid waste? Under the Ecological Solid Waste Management or the Republic Act 9003 and the Clean Air Act, also known as the Republic Act 8749, it prohibits and penalizes open burning or simply burning of solid waste, since one of the reasons is it highly contributes to air pollution. Failure to do so or caught of violating these acts could get you in trouble, such as paying a fine of a certain amount or 6 years of imprisonment, and possibly it could be both. Instead of burning trashes such as plastics, cellophanes, and etc., we could put it away through proper waste disposal. We should not just practice proper waste disposal, but we need to make it as a habit. Put words into action. Properly disposing our waste would reassure us that our waste will be segregated appropriately and be reused for different purposes. Small contributions just to save our planet Earth and humanity already has a huge impact that will surely have a ripple effect.
Organizations exist to build rapport and camaraderie among people to achieve a certain goal. Here are a few examples of local, national, and international organizations that promote preservation, conservation, and protection of the environment. YE1, also known as the Association of Young Environmental Journalists, is an organization that increases coverage when it comes to environmental stories. The organization follows by its 3 C's, which is 1. Building capacities, 2nd, creating content, and the 3rd, increasing conversation.
Greenpeace Philippines, a national environmental organization which aims to transform the new normal into a better normal through green and sustainable lifestyles and promoting new policies in our respective cities and municipalities. So just imagine a world where forests flourish and oceans that are full of life, and energy as clean as a mountain stream. It becomes a place where everyone experiences security, dignity, and joy.
One of the well-known international organizations that promote environmental wellness and protection would be World Wide Fund for Nature, or WWF. WWF is an international, non-governmental organization that works on exotic life conservation and the reduction of human impacts. However, their work is not only limited there. They also help and focus on the preservation of climate and energy, food resources, the preservation of forests and wildlife, and of course, they focus on helping people that have little to no access to human needs such as water and food.
Climate change. It's driving significant changes in our weather pattern.
Climate change. It affects the lives of our ancestors.
Climate change should not be something that should be taken lightly.
Climate change, because its effects could extremely be deadly.
Climate change. It left us vulnerable to all these disastrous calamities.
Climate change, like massive droughts and floods that cost the lives of many.
Climate change. It will continue to do so if we don't do something about this reality.
Climate change. So it's better to act now and save the rest of humanity.
Climate change, because facing the consequences, but what a dreadful reality.
Climate change. So together, let us fight through this battle.
Climate change, and save what we can, perhaps from people, even to cattle.
Climate change. Little gestures from everyone could go a long way.
Climate change. So as long as we go hand in hand, we are capable of doing anything, any day.